Watch this slow, familiar tilt of the watering can. You know the golden rule of succulents: overwatering kills. You've probably even warned of Sen to just let their plants dry out. Yet here you are, hovering over a healthy plant, about to give it just a little sip. You tell yourself it looks a little dull today, or you notice the top layer of dirt feels dry, or maybe a vague thought drifts in that it's been a while and you should just check in. In the moment, these thoughts feel like attentive plant care. Knowing the rules doesn't always stop the urge to break them. There is a gap between what you know about the plant and what your hands do when you feel uncertain, and that gap is exactly what we need to close. Botanical facts lose their power when subconscious emotional forces take over the moment you pick up the can. To see why those tiny, just-in-case sips cause such damage, we have to look past the leaves and see what you are doing to the environment beneath the soil. This diagram shows a cross-section of healthy potting soil. Notice these empty air pockets between the soil particles. Succulent roots are living tissue. To convert stored sugar into energy, they have to breathe, and they rely on the oxygen trapped inside those tiny spaces. When you top off the pot with light watering, you flood those pockets before they can refill with air. The lower roots are cut off from oxygen. They slowly suffocate and rot. That underground damage travels up the stem. Because the root system is failing, the leaves above start to shrink, deflate, and lose their vibrant color. This creates a cycle where your attempt to help the plant manufactures the exact visual symptom that convinces you to water it again. Psychologists describe the urge to reach for the watering can when we feel unsure as action bias. You can see action bias in this shot of a soccer goalie leaping to block a penalty kick. Facing high-stakes uncertainty, the goalie makes a massive diving effort. Statistically, penalty kicks go straight down the middle so often that standing still gives the goalie the best odds of a save. But they dive anyway, because diving feels like a responsible effort, while standing still feels like giving up. Watering a succulent just in case is your version of that dive. When you aren't sure how the plant is doing, standing there and waiting feels uncomfortable and passive. In moments of mild anxiety, the human brain prefers making a proactive mistake over enduring the discomfort of doing nothing. This preference leads to negative reinforcement, turning a one-time choice into a habit that feeds on itself. Look at this habit loop. It starts with a cue, spotting a dull leaf and feeling uncertain. That discomfort triggers a routine. You water the plant. The reward comes instantly. Taking action relieves your anxiety. You did something. You addressed the problem. That relief feels satisfying, regardless of what the soil actually needed. Your brain logs that sequence as a success. You felt unsure, you acted, and you felt better. Every time you repeat the cycle, it strengthens that response, making the urge to water feel automatic the next time you feel a hint of doubt. This loop transforms watering into a way to soothe your own stress. You feel better immediately, even as the plant pays the price. Because this loop provides real emotional relief, you can't simply willpower your way out of it. To break the cycle, you have to replace the routine with a safer action. We use the 60-second pre-water test. This is an investigative routine designed to absorb your urge to act. Before pouring, execute 3 steps. Probe the soil 2 knuckles deep. Lift the pot to check its weight. Finally, squeeze a leaf to check firmness. This checklist gives your hands something concrete to do. It satisfies the brain's need to be proactive and resolves the tension of uncertainty without using a single drop of water. Replacing a passive wait-and-see approach with an active investigation allows you to dismantle the anxiety loop while still honoring your urge to help. To protect the plant from future emotional decisions, use a fixed weekly checking schedule. This decouples your observations from your spontaneous moods. Then apply the 2-signal rule. You cannot water based on one dull leaf alone. You can only water if you find deep, dry soil combined with a notably light pot. A single observation is often just background noise. By requiring 2 confirming signals of dryness, you filter out the daily variations that usually trigger worry. If you get worried on day 4 and check the plant early, but your skewer finds damp soil, you walk away. The test absorbed your anxiety, and the plant stays safe. Success comes from having a system that takes the pressure off your willpower. These rules act as a filter, separating genuine plant needs from the noise of a worried moment.
But what if your overwatering isn't driven by uncertainty, but by a sense of guilt? We'll tackle the neglect complex in the next episode.